Vietnam Green Beret S.O.G. Medal of Honor recipients. Written by Keith Mckim. Narrated by Keith Mckim.
The stories that I write and tell are about the extraordinary men of S.O.G, MACVSOG, Military Assistance Command Vietnam Special Operations Group, codenamed the Studies and Observation Group. It was the best-kept secret of the Vietnam War. S.O.G was the most secret elite unit to serve in that war. So secret it was labeled a black operation, meaning that its very existence was concealed, even denied by the United States government. This top-secret unit existed for only 8 years, January 1964 through May 1972. During that time, it established tactics that are still in use today, and in the 8 years of its existence, it garnered 8 Medals of Honor for the Green Berets. 23 S.O.G men received the Distinguished Service Cross, the second highest medal for valor in combat. Most S.O.G medals were downgraded by at least 1 degree in order to keep attention away from their top-secret operations that were conducted across the fence. That is to say, across the international borders of Laos, Cambodia, and North Vietnam. Most of these medals were awarded posthumously. To put this in perspective, there were 248 Medals of Honor awarded during the Vietnam War. 156, 62.9%, were awarded posthumously. Army soldiers received the most Medals of Honor with 161, followed by the Marines with 57, 16 went to the Navy, and 14 to the Air Force. Of the 161 Medals of Honor awarded to the Army, 20 went to the Special Forces, the Green Berets. Of the 20 awarded to Special Forces, 8 of them went to S.O.G. Anyone who served as an operator is a hero. To jump the fence, as cross-border operations were called, required men of unparalleled courage. More than 100% of S.O.G operators were wounded, and 50% were killed. Yet they went again and again to face and defeat America's enemies. How can you get more than 100% wounded? Most S.O.G men were wounded multiple times, and after healing, most still went back across the fence. Although 50% of S.O.G men were killed, they had the highest kill ratio in the history of the United States military, 158 to 1. For every S.O.G man killed, the enemy lost 158 men. Any S.O.G man captured was tortured, then killed. The North Vietnamese Army hated S.O.G teams, and there was a reward on each S.O.G man's head. There were 327 S.O.G men listed as missing in action in Laos. Only 10 were ever released from the POW camps. After the war, it was learned from the North Vietnamese, both high-ranking officers and individual soldiers, that S.O.G was the most feared unit that the North Vietnamese faced. It's amazing that this tiny group of men could cause such trepidation and fear in the hearts of seasoned soldiers. These Medal of Honor stories will tell you why. Of the 500,000 soldiers who served in Vietnam, about 4,000 were Special Forces, the Green Berets. Of those 4,000, fewer than 400 a year volunteered for MACVSOG'S top-secret operations. When you eliminate the administration, training, and support personnel, that number shrinks to about 108, the men who actually ran the missions that S.O.G is famous for. There were approximately 108 operators at any one time, spread over the huge areas of Laos, Cambodia, and North Vietnam. Broken down to 3 command and control units, South, Central, and North, that means that there were about 36 operators per unit. Tiny by military standards. S.O.G took orders directly from the Office of the Joint Chiefs of Staff in the Pentagon or from the executive branch of government in the White House. S.O.G was assigned only the most dangerous, high-value targets that would cost the enemy dearly, targets that were sure to cost a S.O.G man's blood, if not his life. You had to be recruited to go into S.O.G, and then only on a volunteer basis. Only the best of the best were chosen. Most soldiers, including most Green Berets, did not volunteer when they learned of S.O.G's high
Sample complete. Ready to continue?